Hello, welcome back to another code, Recollection. And today we will be going on to Chapter 5. Let's see what we got going on this chapter. Chapter 5, Secret of the Edward Family. You could say it's a secret they carry to their grave.
Jessica!
Ashley,
Are you okay?
I think so, but I'm dizzy. Everything is foggy.
I'm so sorry I let you go alone. It was selfish. This is all my fault. Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. I'm so glad you're safe.
Handcuffs? No good.
Thanks.
I found them outside. I was so worried about you.
Everything suddenly went dark. I must have been knocked out. When I came to, I was handcuffed to this beam.
That's horrible. Who would do something like that?
Bill.
The illustrious Bill. Let's see what we have.
Bill did this?
You know about him?
Dad told me.
You met your father?
Yeah. He told me a little.
He was my assistant and is absolutely brilliant. But he betrayed me. He tried to steal the research we did on this island.
Bill tried to steal another?
You knew Bill too?
I did. He used to work with Richard. I never expected him to turn up here. I ran into him right after I left you. He said that he'd take me to Richard. I shouldn't have trusted him. He knocked me out somehow once we got to the mansion.
I had no idea. But wait, Dad said he caught Bill.
Regardless, I'm so glad you finally met Richard.
Yeah, I found him. I asked him about another. And about Mom.
He told you what happened?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Well, we got a lot of questions to ask, but first let's talk about Father.
So that's my dad, huh?
What do you mean? Where is he?
I was with him earlier, but he went off to do something else.
Do something else? He left you alone?
Yeah, he said he had to go start another. Jessica, about Dad, he definitely cares way more about his research than us.
That's not...
He said so. He told me he has to finish another. For Mom.
Richard said that. Really?
Yeah. Did you know about another?
Not really. Your father mentioned it a few times. Something about using it to save people from painful memories.
Yeah, he told me that too. He said Bill stole the keys he needs to start it. So, we split up. I went looking for the keys while he looked for you. But he clearly didn't find you.
Ashley.
And the final question.
I found a newspaper article about what happened to Mom. It said Dad was a suspect. You know the dream I always have? It's about the night Mom was murdered.
Oh, Ashley.
That's why, isn't it? That's why you never talked about Mom or another.
You're right.
And finally, the suspect. Who is the suspect?
Why was Dad a suspect?
Listen to me. Richard found Sayoko that night. And because he was at the scene of the crime, he was a suspect.
Right.
He kept telling them he was innocent. And with no other evidence, they released him. They couldn't find another lead, so the case went unsolved. The false accusations devastated Richard. I confronted him as soon as he was released from custody. I asked outright if he killed Sayoko. He looked me right in the eyes and answered without a hint of guilt. He said, absolutely not.
He told me that too. That he didn't kill her. But
What is it?
he didn't look me in the eyes. It's hard to trust someone who acts like that.
Oh, sweetheart.
I'm just over all this. He isn't my dad. Can't we both just leave here? Together? I'll get those cuffs off you as soon as I can. There's gotta be something I can use around here.
Ashley, wait. Please, give Richard one more chance. He can help.
Why should I?
At the very least, he can get me out of these handcuffs.
But what about you? I can't leave you here. I just found you.
I'll be fine. Now go.
No, I don't trust...
I do. Please, Ashley. Believe in him. He's my older brother. And your father. Okay?
But I...
And once we get out of here, we'll go home. The three of us.
Yeah. You'll be safe here, right? I'll be right back with Dad.
Yes.
I skipped some of the dialogue. Whoops.
Sayoko, protect her. Please.
I'm so glad you found Jessica.
At least we know she's, like, mostly unharmed. Like, she's just chained up, which is a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but, at least, like, she's, she was knocked out. Okay, that was kind of bad. That is actually bad, but, at least we know she's, like, mostly unharmed and is, like, well enough to talk and... forget it.
Me too, but I don't think she could see you.
She's an adult. I'm used to it by now.
I guess.
More importantly, we can't let our guard down.
You're right. I can't believe Bill did that to Jessica. But I'll worry about it later. We need to find my dad. Where could he have gone? I think he was heading toward the courtyard.
Indeed, but first... I hate first-person perspective. Kinda disorienting. That's just me, though. Because I know there's a paper crane somewhere. Let me check the map for a moment. Oh wait, actually I don't think there is anything in here. Unless, sorry again, I just need to make sure. We got updates. Marie. Henry. Thomas. P. Richard. Sayoko. Ashley, who we are playing as. And Jessica. Maybe Richard left some paper cranes here. know what? No, I don't think he did. I remember now, he didn't. There's none in this one. Into the courtyard we go.
No good. It's locked.
Ashley, look. There's a ladder on the other side of the door.
You're right. Where do you think it leads?
Only one way to go. Up.
That's the door to my great-grandfather's room.
Wait, this is the map button, this is the map button. Wait, so there was something in there? So there was something in there? What? Oh, great. Now I'm all confused. Oy. Wait, that room's a wine cellar, and, that room's the underground? I am so confused. Oh, wait, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. So, let's, go up in here. Up the stairs we go. Not a fan of the camera angles in this game. Not really. Ah, here's the door I'm looking for. Well, isn't that lovely? Well, today's episode is gonna be fun. Me trying to remember what I need to do in this part. Like, I played this game before, and I can't even remember what I did last time. Hey. Gonna be one of those days. I can already tell. Still not a fan of... Ah, that one's open at least. Well, come on, open up, open up, open up. Ooh, run away, birdie, run away. And to unlock this part.
All right.
Oh, great.
How can we open it? This design.
The other room's doors had one bird, but this one has two.
Yeah. Two birds holding a silver and gold clover in their beaks. Maybe the key to this room is...
Now we can combine items.
Hmm?
Combine with...
Yes!
Alright. Well, that's clever.
Maybe the key to the... Yes!
And it opened.
Whoa, check out the view. Where's the ladder? Shouldn't it lead to this room? What's wrong, Dee?
This is my great-grandfather, Uncle Henry, and my father.
Grandfather, do you know who I am?
I remember. My father brought me here. My great-grandfather was asleep in the bed. He was sleeping so peacefully, but as we got closer, he opened his eyes and looked at us. He smiled, but it was sad. Father took his hand and squeezed it. He was crying. That was the first time I ever saw him cry.
Oh, Dee.
We have to track down your dad.
Yeah. Where's the ladder we can take back down?
Well, now we just need to track down the... This is Henry. He, doesn't look too good. Neither does Thomas. Oh. And there's Lawrence, looking pretty good for his age. Now, we just need to find the... Ah. There we go. Leonard Edward, the musician's scan. Leonard Edward. Lawrence had one child, a son named Leonard. Lawrence tried to establish him as a successor, but due to a difference in values or something else entirely, Leonard refused to take over the family business. Instead, he chose to leave home and... Hold on. Sorry about that. Another phone call at an inconvenient time. Let's continue. There was no word on Leonard's whereabouts for a long time. Then one day, he sent his father a letter, telling him that he married a woman he met in a bar. Lawrence resented the fact he had not approved of the marriage, so he refused to see his son. They lost touch again after this. Several years passed. Lawrence received another letter from Leonard. He had two sons by then, Henry and Thomas. Although Lawrence finally agreed to see his son, it was too late. Leonard became sick during an epidemic and passed away at age 30. Sounds like what was known as the Spanish flu back then. A thought occurred to me as I learned of these two and how they couldn't connect with one another. In order for a child to understand the motivations of a parent who loses themselves in their work, it may be necessary for the child to grow up and become a parent himself. I wonder if my father thought about Jessica and me as he worked, the same way Ashley occupies my thoughts as I continue to work on another. Interesting.
Hey.
Oh.
To my beloved father, I ask that you will find it in yourself to forgive me for my turning back on the life you had hoped for me in choosing the life of a musician. I left without so much as a word to you and was confronted with the cruelties of the world. However, I'm happy that I chose this path for myself. I married and became the father of 2 children. And now I hope there will be a day when I can return home and speak with you. Leonard.
Yeah.
My son Leonard. Now Leonard has a profile. You know, I guess Leonard what's his name again? Lawrence. I guess Lawrence may have started out as a jerk, but, you know, may have softened up at old age. You know, like... This view would be nice if the windows were a bit cleaner. Let's see what the desk holds. Won't open.
Wow.
Won't open. Won't open! None of them open! A book? May 1948. I feel my time drawing near. I've decided to record my thoughts while I'm still able to grasp a pen. I recall a day from 32 years ago. The day I first held Henry and Thomas in my arms. That was also the day I received a letter of reconciliation from my son Leonard, who left home after rejecting the life I desired for him. The 2 young children, Henry and Thomas, appeared while I was caught in a maelstrom of grief and regret. I had been informed of Leonard's sudden death, yet I will never forget the innocent smiles they wore that day. I resolved then and there to raise Henry and Thomas myself. Aww. I love them more than I loved anyone before. I wish only for their lives to be filled with joy. And fulfilling that wish, they became my full purpose. Henry and Thomas were like a pair of birds who delivered joy to my life. My wish was heard, both boys growing up healthy with the love for one another. Before long, they sought to fulfill wishes of their own, each choosing a path that drew them from the nest. Henry wished to be an artist, and Thomas a novelist. I found myself alone in this mansion yet again, wishing for nothing but their happiness. However, as the 2 began their journeys down their respective paths, my wish was completely and utterly crushed by the upheavals of time. The world was cast into war. The 2 were sent into its bitter battlefield. To add insult to injury, this was also when the gold mine withered to nothing, no longer able to support even me alone. Powerless, I prayed for the war to end, and for the safe return of my beloved Henry and Thomas. But when news of the war finally came and the boys returned to me, they were different. My 2 birds had been hurt, as if their wings had been clipped. Henry lost his right arm, so could no longer hold a paintbrush, and Thomas lost his heart, and with it, his ability to trust. I held the tired, wounded pair in my arms and I cried. I was reminded of 32 years prior, when I held them for the first time. I prayed that the scars on their bodies and hearts might heal as soon as possible. But now I wonder if my actions from that point on were right. I once again find myself navigating sorrow and regret, just as I did when Leonard passed. Now there are no innocent faces to be found, no birds to ease these feelings.
This is...
Great-grandfather.
Huh.
Upon my death, Henry Edward is to inherit this entirety of my estate.
This is. But that means.
Okay.
Oh,
Huh?
oh.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
I think I know what to do.
Hey. Hey. Huh?
Well, back in we go. I think we got what we needed. Yep, got that. Let's see what the projector has.
Wait, wait!
Another flashback. Let's see what we got this time.
Wow. Ashley. Hey. By the way,
D.
Probably doesn't work anymore. Like, thing's over 100 years old. For the war that Henry and Thomas fought, I think it might have been. I think it was probably like the First World War, or maybe it's the second. It was the war happened in the 30s, so maybe it was the Second World War. Either way, jeez.
Huh. Maybe.
Anyway, let's solve this puzzle, shall we?
ah, Ashley.
Album. Silver pointing towards the bull. And the golden bird pointing towards the arrow. Well, the bow and arrow.
All right. Huh. Hey.
Well, down we go.
Whew. Yes!
Oh,
Yeah. Dad.
Down we go. Uh-oh.
Where are we? Did Dad really come through here? It's so dark. I can't even tell what this room is supposed to be. We can't search it until we turn the lights on.
How about...
Hmm?
Well, there's one source of light. What do you mean? Let's light this up. There, can we see things a bit better?
Hmm?
Light up this candle holder.
Hmm.
Let's get this desk then. Light it up, baby.
Oh, it must be coming from a lamp, but where is it coming from to make it so round?
Check the shade.
It looks like someone made this hole on purpose.
Hmm.
Hmm. Huh.
Hey. Ashley.
Got it. Wow.
And lights are on.
What was that?
Oh, look.
Well, that's sinister.
The floor opened up.
Well, that's interesting, actually. Now, I wonder if memory served, the file 2 should be down here, I think. Hold on, just trying to look up, Alright. Yeah, we're on the right track. Down we go. Where will we go? Nobody knows. I want to go down. There we go.
Dee, you okay?
I've been here before.
Does that mean you know what's past here?
I can't remember.
Well, only one way to find out.
Did Dad go down these steps? This place gives me the creeps.
It's okay. I'm right here with you.
Right. Got it. Thanks, Dee.
And with that, the chapter's over. And with that, the chapter's over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring-a-ding-ding that little bell. Thank you for watching.